The goal of a good accessory is simple. It should make the device easier to use, not harder. Over the past few weeks, we have been using 3 accessories from EIP on our iPad Air 5. This includes the Pencil X, a textured screen protector, and a keyboard case. We use them for notes, sketches, typing work, and everyday tasks. So today, we will talk about how these tools affect focus, speed, and comfort when the iPad becomes a daily work device. Let's get started. Let's start with the HyperKeys Keyboard, since this changes how the iPad fits into work. Its design stays very close to the Apple Magic Keyboard, using a hinge-style magnetic mount that snaps the iPad into place. That hinge keeps the whole setup slim and balanced, so when you carry it in a bag, it still feels clean and professional. On a desk or on your lap, the iPad stays steady, which builds confidence right away. Once you start typing, the experience feels familiar. The layout mirrors a laptop keyboard, so your hands adjust quickly without thinking about it. Long emails or script drafts feel comfortable, and finger fatigue never becomes a distraction. The trackpad adds to that flow. This is a click-anywhere trackpad, so the full surface responds evenly. You can also use tap to click, which keeps navigation light and natural during longer sessions. Shortcut control is where HyperKeys starts to feel personal. Through the EIP app, you can customize keys for apps like GoodNotes, Notability, and Procreate, along with everyday actions such as Siri, screenshots, and search. When you press a key, the action happens instantly on screen, which makes the workflow feel direct and intentional. Backlight behavior and auto-sleep can also be adjusted in the app, so the keyboard adapts to how you use your iPad. It also solves a small but common problem. The built-in pen sleeve keeps Pencil X secure during travel, and it doubles as a magnetic buckle that holds the keyboard closed in your bag. It does not aim to replace a full laptop setup, but for light productivity, writing, and creative work, it fits naturally into how we actually use an iPad every day. Now let's talk about the EIP Pencil X, since this becomes the main touch point between you and the screen. The first thing we noticed is how familiar it feels in the hand. The size is very close to the Apple Pencil shape, and weight comes in at roughly 13.8 grams. That balance matters during long writing sessions. After an hour of note-taking, our hand did not feel strained, which says more than any marketing line. Well, we are using the accessories on iPad Air 5. It has 10.9-inch liquid retina display, and writing on it feels stable. Lines appear where we expect them to. There is no visible delay, even with fast strokes. In use, strokes feel controlled and predictable at high zoom levels. This is where EIP's signal adjustment approach becomes more than a feature list. Many third-party styluses struggle with dead strokes, often due to signal differences or thicker screen protectors on different iPad models. Pencil X avoids that. With the EIP app, the signal you can tune for any iPad released after 2018, which keeps strokes consistent and writing smooth without random dropouts. The nib system deserves attention. Size-wise, it's 1.2mm tip. There's also a spare metal tip included in the box, and swapping them changes the feel in a real way. With the metal nib, we get a firmer and more controlled writing feel, and there's no worry about wear, even on a Paperlike screen protector. It honestly feels close to putting a pen on real paper, which makes long writing sessions feel more natural and comfortable. Tilt sensitivity also behaves naturally. This Pencil X supports high precision tilt sensing, so stroke thickness changes smoothly as you lean the pen. In Procreate, this translates to softer shading without sudden jumps in width. In Note apps, it adds subtle variation rather than dramatic flair. Palm rejection works as expected. We rested our hand on the screen for long notes without stray marks. That makes the experience feel calm rather than tense. Battery life sits around 10 hours of continuous use from a 125 mAh internal battery. Charging happens over USB-C and takes roughly 30 minutes from near empty to full. The tail light gives a 3-level battery indication through color changes, and you can also personalize the light color and sleep timer through the EIP app. That removes guesswork, especially during long study or work days. Shortcut customization adds another layer. Through the EIP app, you can assign actions to single or double taps on the tail ring to actions like undo, eraser, Siri, or app-specific tools, and use them smoothly in Notability, GoodNotes, and Procreate. This speeds up the workflow and lets you set shortcuts around how we actually work, so the stylus feels personal and natural every time you use it. Overall, the Pencil X feels like a thoughtful alternative to the Apple Pencil rather than a cheap substitute. It does a lot right, from signal stability to battery behavior. Now comes the Nano 2, the Nano 2 Paperlike screen protector, because this is one of those accessories you really notice over long sessions. From the start, installation feels more user-friendly than most Paperlike films. You are not dealing with a one-time application here. It goes on cleanly, stays bubble-free, and since it is removable and washable, you can reapply it without stress. Alignment still matters on a 10.9-inch iPad, but once it sits right, it stays put with no edge lift over time. There are 2 versions available, and both come with an anti-glare finish. If you choose the advanced version, you also get blue light filtering that blocks up to 97%. You can clearly see the difference with a blue light testing device. During long writing or late night sessions, this helps reduce eye strain, and for some users, it even supports better sleep afterward. What really ties it together is the paper-like texture. With Pencil X, strokes feel controlled and consistent, with a gentle resistance that helps your handwriting stay steady. Screen clarity takes a slight hit, but since the protector is removable, you can always take it off when you want the full sharpness back. For daily writing and sketching, this balance feels right. Using everything together, what matters most is how these accessories behave as a system. With the Nano 2 Paperlike protector, the Pencil X maintains stroke accuracy and tilt response. With the HyperKeys Keyboard, the iPad becomes more versatile for writing and typing. Switching between keyboard input and pen input feels fluid. We often typed a paragraph, then picked up the pencil to annotate notes or sketch ideas. That flow felt natural on our iPad. After living with these accessories, we see a clear direction. EIP focuses on feel, control, and consistency, rather than flashy claims. The Pencil X delivers stable signal behavior, customizable shortcut, tilt sensitivity, and long battery life. The Nano 2 Paperlike protector improves writing feel with a small visual compromise. The HyperKeys Keyboard adds a reliable typing experience and useful customizable shortcuts without overreaching. We think this setup suits users who write, sketch, and type regularly on their iPad Air 5. If your iPad use centers on media consumption, you may not need all of this. If your iPad plays a serious role in your daily workflow, these accessories offer a balanced and thoughtful approach. Just consider your habits first and choose what supports them best. That was all. Thanks for watching. Share your thoughts in the comments. And, if you found it helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more reviews.